is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Free. We have our whole panel with us this morning. To my right, Mr. Harry Glanz.
Morning, everybody.
Hey, how you doing, Harry?
Doing well.
Alex Nafusi across from me.
John,
Alex.
what's happening?
All right, Berkeley's own Alex Nafusi. We'll get to that later.
I try.
It's so good there.
Brought in Derek Bauer from Real Estate One, one of the greatest real estate agents in Southeast Michigan. Derek, thanks for joining us.
Oh, kind of you.
That's huge praise.
So kind of you. Those
One
are
of
nice.
the greatest in Southeastern Michigan.
Hey, why
Beautiful. I
not?
like that. Put that on his business card.
This is
Help
not
him
going
out.
to get old.
Yeah, right.
February 25th, 2017. Hey, if you're just joining us, this is a show that talks about mortgages and real estate. If you haven't been pre-approved and you're thinking about purchasing a house, be sure to call Capital Mortgage all day long. We have a full staff all week long. Sit down with real professionals. We'll take you from A to Z, close your loan and save you money. This is the only place to come to if you really want to do things the right way. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. We always take your calls here live in the studio, 248-539-9797. Want to hear from you? Harry, what do you got going on?
What do I have going on? I think that
Just being awesome.
well,
That's nice.
thanks. Last 2 weeks, as we know, we've got a little bit of an early spring. I don't want to poo-poo it. It's getting cold out now, but it's an early spring. Home buying season, and Derek and I were talking about it. It's in early form right now, and Derek's going to talk about it. The lack of inventory right now. If a home is on the market and it's in any type of decent condition, it's flying. Multiple offers are coming in. We are up over last year in purchase transactions. It's just a great time to buy. And because this early reprieve from the winter, there was a lot of action the last 2 weeks. Derek, what do you have to say about that?
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm actually surprised that the average days on market in our MLS right now is 52 because everything that I've put on the market
long.
Exactly.
But that's not traditionally long, by the way.
No. That's historically, I would say that's short.
Right, pretty low.
Yeah, but yeah, like we were talking about out there. I mean, a good house goes on the market. It's priced right. It shows right. You should have multiple offers on it. And, somebody asked me the other day, why aren't there any homes on the market? And my answer was, because there aren't any homes on the market. The people that would otherwise sell their house, they can't find anything to buy right now.
Yeah, that's what really the biggest hurdle is. If you do sell your house, you have to have the timing and the knowledge and the professional people to set it all up. That's a lot of the clients that are out there. So you could get your house on the market today. And let's just say one of the most important questions to ask your real estate agent, Derek, and we talk about this all the time, is how long is my house going to sell? How long is it going to take? Is my subdivision moving in 2 or 3 days and there's going to be multiple bids? Or am I that 52-dayer?
Is listed the right price, too?
Well,
so Derek, on my street that they get they just listed because to see, like, well, if someone was to pay us $400,000 for it, we'll
but what you have right now is that you have buyers that are willing to buy a house, and it's supply and demand. The supply of houses is lower than average. The property values are up, and the demand is a little bit above average. So you're running into that. So anything that is in decent condition, good condition is going, and you have buyers that are on the sidelines waiting for something to pop.
That's absolutely true. We were just kind of talking about pricing a little bit. So I talked to a seller in South Lyon recently, and they didn't hire me because they liked a number that another agent gave them better. But at the end of the day, here's how it all shook out. I knew that
I love this story already.
I was comfortable that their house was going to sell in the 350s. Okay. I said, if you price this house at 350, which is a very logical cutoff point for people to be searching up to on all these websites, you're going to hit their radar screens. You're going to increase your traffic. Thus, you're going to increase your offers. Thus, you're very likely going to increase your net if we're negotiating properly. Well, somebody priced this house in the 370s. Where did it sell?
Just sell it to the client, though, right?
Yeah. It sold in the 350s.
Right.
But if that house would have been priced better, I can't guarantee this, but after 15 years of experience, I will tell you they would have had more feet in the door, and they would have got more money.
And a bidding war, I like that.
That's what's unfortunate. Some of these agents go in there, and if you call 3 agents to do a market analysis on your house, and you have the one dude that says, if it's like you said, a 350 house, you have the one guy that's like 375 all day. They're just doing that just to get a bid out there, just to get the listing.
We call it buying a listing in the industry.
Yeah,
and,
that's
I'm honest to a fault. I'm always going to tell people what they need to hear, maybe not what they want to hear, and sometimes it costs me money.
It's a
but,
blessing and a curse.
Right.
All right, 248-539-9797. I don't want to leave that thought because that's interesting, Derek. So some sellers might think that the listing agent that says we're going to list your house at $20,000 over where the market is, you think that sounds like a good idea, but the reality is you have less foot traffic, less excitement for the house. Instead of a couple families, 2 or 3, that really want a house, bidding it up maybe to $360 even, just because they know they've been out there, they know that this house is going to have value. We know that there's only a 3.6 month supply of homes in the marketplace, and with spring coming, home prices will drive up. That's actually a better play.
Well, statistically, it's true that if overpricing a property is a kiss of death. I mean, all the statistics show you're going to add market time to it,
right?
And you're going to sell
less
for
people, less people look at it.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's, I don't find that unusual because, selling a house is pretty emotional. People are attached to their house. It's emotional.
I totally agree here, 100%.
And when you have people coming in and telling you that they can get you $375 versus the person who's very honest saying this house is going to sell for $355, $360, people, they don't listen to anything other than the number. And that's sad because what happens is you put it on there, they're going to get less people, like you said. People are shopping in ranges now on websites, then they're calling realtors. Right. Okay, so they go on, they get their information, they're plugging in where they want to be in the price range, and your house is being left out of that.
Correct.
I mean, it's done. It's over.
Well, and if I sit down at somebody's kitchen table and they say, Derek, what's my home worth? My answer is typically, the only reason you should care what number comes out of my mouth is if I'm going to make you an offer for your house, which I'm not planning on doing today. But this is what I am planning on. Right.
All right, good enough. Rates are great, obviously, still. What a great start to 2017. Home purchases are booming. Refinance options are being really used for debt consolidation, using equity for home improvements. That's a lot more fun than doing the debt consolidation when you have the equity in your house. But a lot of opportunities out there for families using the equity in their home to get back on track where they need to be. And again, we see families adding first and second mortgages together, consolidating debt, and dropping the term. Boy, what a way to start your family moving in the right direction is to have potentially your house paid for or build so much more equity by dropping that term down to a 15-year.
And regardless of the rate, and we know rates have gone up since the election, and again, to reiterate, the rates would have gone up no matter who got elected. So what you're doing by shortening the term, and that's the best play. Alex DeFusa and I will tell you, we love it when we get the calls that we want to shorten our term. We want to go from a 30 to a 15, a 30 to a 20. So regardless of rates, that is the best play on a refi right now, along with the cash out and debt consolidation. But don't get fooled. There are a lot of lenders out there that are struggling because all they did was refinance transaction business last year. So now they're coming out and they're advertising the, as Alex likes to say,
I know where you're going. I love it already.
The McDonald's Happy Meal, fun arm. Get an arm. Maybe you should take a look at getting an arm. And it's just a play, okay, so they can beef up their refinance business, all right? Arms are only good for a very, very small portion of the population. Okay, that's it. If you're going to be in the house and you know that you're going to be in the house for 2 or 3 years and you know you're going to sell, yes, maybe take a look at it. The however is that the difference right now between the arm rates and the fixed rates, 15-year, 20-year, 30-year, is a very small spread. You have to be careful. Don't go back doing something stupid because somebody's telling you, hey, this is the way to go right now.
People take it out of their own way.
It's the program du jour. Okay, forget about it.
It's funny. So my brother Nick works for, he's the managing director for a huge finance firm out of Manhattan, and he sent me an article. And, it says, your house is no longer your ATM. Which is funny because there's this commercial I keep seeing over and over and over.
Right, your cash machine.
Your house is your ATM.
Right. No, it's so bad.
No, it is not. Your house is where you live, man. You can't just run up credit cards and then take cash out of your house. It's like, I guess being in the industry, we see it every day. I mean, we forgot like 2008, 9, 10 already?
We as human beings
already forgot about that.
Right, we don't learn from our previous behavior. We just keep doing it.
I mean,
all right. So anyways, that's enough of that.
I'm not being negative. I'm just saying, my brother's obviously fairly smart dude. I mean, he's like, damn. He's like, look at this article.
Yeah, he got the good genes.
He did get the good genes.
All right,
I'm a better athlete, though.
We're going to take your calls at 248-539-9797.
He is smarter.
10 after 9 o'clock if you're just joining us. Yeah, Harry, that was a great little week of spring we had in the middle of everything. And there's no doubt it probably got some families excited again. Maybe you got them outside to take a look to see what's going on in their property. There's no doubt, Derek, that the shortage of homes out there is going to have a competition up to get those listings. And what's going to separate somebody from dealing with the top professional real estate agents or the top mortgage people usually is confusion and lack of knowledge. So I hope that people listening to the show tell their friends, family, and anyone out there, at least give us a try to, really lay it out for you and show you what the numbers look like. What the professional real estate agents tell families is a little bit different than someone who just got their license and just like you said, buying a listing, throwing a number out there. That actually could cost you $5,000 or $10,000 just because you're not setting up yourself for success. See it all the time.
There's nothing wrong with a new agent or,
not at all.
A new mortgage guy or girl.
We all start somewhere.
Everyone has to start someplace. But as long as you're professional and know what you're doing, right. That's the issue.
Well, get good mentors. I mean, learn to do things properly.
No doubt about that. Lack of education is still the thing that we're finding out there. It's the number one thing when people are asked about purchasing a house is one of their obstacles is a lack of knowledge that's involved. And again, you don't need a whole lot of money to buy a house. We offer them a Capital Mortgage, 0 down, 3% down, 3.5% down, and a whole lot more. That music says, hey, we're just up against a break. When we come back, all your calls, 248-539-9797.
Detroit Tigers season tickets are on sale now for as little as $13 per game. Select your seat for the 2017 season this Saturday at Comerica Park from 10 to 2. Enter to win prizes, plus free parking in the Tigers Garage. Visit Tigers.com for more information.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
When someone speaks from the heart, we listen carefully. But what about when your heart speaks to you? Take a deep breath. What do you feel? Shortness of breath? Unusual heartbeat? Chest pain? Your heart may be telling you that you're at risk for a pulmonary embolism, a blood clot. It blocks essential oxygen going to your lungs. It's serious. Listen carefully. You need to see a cardiovascular specialist at the Detroit Medical Center. The DMC cardiovascular team has perfected a minimally invasive clot buster procedure that takes special medication to the clot, dissolves it, and returns the flow of oxygen to your heart. An advancement we now teach around the country. So don't wait. Listen to your heart. Find your heart expert at 888-DMC-2500 or dmc.org/heart. DMC, 8 hospitals, 1 commitment to leading heart care.
At Menards, home improvement means saving big because right now you'll get an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices. Update your bathroom with a new toilet from Mansfield. The Summit Tall Elongated Toilet is only $141.51 after 11% rebate. Stop waiting and start saving with an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices, now at Menards. Good through February 25th. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
What if you could sell your home for 18% more money? What if you only had a one-day listing contract where if you weren't happy, you could cancel it at any time? What if your realtor would guarantee that your home will sell at a price and deadline that's acceptable to you, or he'll step up and buy it himself? Hi, my name's Mark Z with Keller Williams, and that's all part of the Z Guarantee. If you're not happy, fire me. I'm not bragging. I'm applying for the job. Call me, Mark Z, today, or go to soldbymarkz.com and start packing.
Call 844-SOLD-BY-Z.
Carl's Golfland presents This is the Year.
This is the year.
This is the year.
This is the year. I'm going to knock 6 strokes off my average.
I will swing easy.
I'm going to practice my chipping a lot more.
This is the year. I'm going to make more putts. Start your year off right at Carl's Golfland Demo Days. Try the newest equipment, talk to factory reps, save in every department with instant discount coupons.
This is the year. This is the year I don't take a 10 on any hole.
I'm 82 years old and I'm going to shoot my age again.
I'm going to play every bit as good
as I look.
Carl's Golfland Demo Days, Saturdays 10 to 5 through the end of March. Bloomfield Hills and Plymouth at St. John's.
This is the year.
This is the year.
This is the year.
This is the year I break 80 more than once.
I'm going to hit more greens in regulation.
I will not attempt miracle recovery shots in league play.
This is the year I'm going to beat my brother Ross.
Carl's Golfland, land of golf plenty.
You hear me, Ross? I'm coming after you.
Bloomfield Hills and Plymouth at St. John's. Visit carlsgolfland.com.
It's been called shell shock, war neurosis, and battle fatigue. Today, we call it post-traumatic stress disorder, and it affects 1 out of every 5 warriors returning from battle in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Wounded Warrior Project offers comfort and support for warriors with PTSD and all other scars of war, whether those scars are visible or hidden. Find out how to help, because for warriors, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. Please visit woundedwarriorproject.org.
AutoZone presents Peak Performance. Maximizing fuel economy, engine life, and overall performance doesn't take a lot. Thanks to fuel treatment and fluids from AutoZone. And right now, you can buy a 16-ounce bottle of Seafoam motor treatment for just $6.99. So visit your local AutoZone. With over 5,000 locations, the right supplies and good advice are just around the corner. Let's get you what you need. See store for restrictions and details.
In the zone, AutoZone.
Jamie and Stoney are giving away a pair of Red Wings tickets for every home game this season. Listen each week to Jamie and Stoney from 6 to 10 in the morning for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see your Red Wings in the farewell season for the Joe. For tickets to all Detroit Red Wings home games, go to DetroitRedWings.com. From the Detroit Red Wings and your home for Red Wings hockey, 97.1 The Ticket.
We are Detroit Sports. 97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Hey, this is the show that talks about mortgages and refinancing and all that great stuff about home ownership. We brought Derek Bauer in, one of the great real estate agents here in Southeast Michigan. He shares tons of information. Well, definitely one of the greatest.
One of the greatest was the quote.
Okay, one of the greatest. All right, he's one of the greatest. Fair enough. Derek, you're going to like this one. A survey recently found that, a recent survey, 50% of homeowners trust the mortgage advice that their real estate agents are giving them. So I hope you're referring all your buyers to me, because I would love to help them, sort of go through that whole path of home financing.
I guess we didn't clear show content this week, huh?
Well, yeah, I mean, starting with you guys is job one. I mean, if you're paying cash, then that's a different ballgame, but, not a lot of people are doing that. But probably a third of the people are doing that right now. Oh. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, I always tell people the first aspect is to figure out the financial piece. Second is the geographic piece, and then it's just a function of plugging and playing on what you want and need in the house. So you guys are the starting blocks for sure.
It's funny. We always talk about just like quality of life, like making a decision based on what you like. And one of my neighbors who lives about 6 houses down from me, he built this awesome garage. Like, it's ridiculous. It's so cool. And here, he's going to get maybe 30 cents on the dollar for what he's doing. Right. I mean, it's got a game room, and there's this huge, it's upstairs. I mean, but it's quality of life. It's what makes you happy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, you have to differentiate between when you put money into a property, exactly, quality of life, what is it worth to me, and the enjoyment of our family and friends and such.
That's it.
Yeah, dude, period. If you're going to stay there, who cares?
Well,
if you want to put a hockey rink in your backyard, if you're going to stay there and makes you happy, awesome.
But here's the thing, Derek and Alex here. If Derek goes ahead and he shows a house that has all the bells and whistles and all the toys, it's going to get a lot more showings. It's going to get a lot more looks, for sure. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get the highest price that owner's looking for. It'll get the looks because it's a cool house. But you're not going to get dollar for dollar everything you put in. Sure, it's a cool house. Why is it a cool house? Because I did it. I want to live there. It's tailored to my lifestyle.
I did it my way.
Okay, yeah. But you're going to get a lot of looks because people are going to want to come in and want to see all the upgrades and everything's done. Doesn't mean people are going to pay for it.
Exactly. I mean, you can do. They make such awesome materials now that you can do things that have with the fit and the finish and the wow factor, but you're not spending a fortune where you're going to get 25% of your money back. I mean, so you still should do it smart, even though you're not going to get 100% of it necessarily.
You got to make yourself happy, though. That's what it is, man.
Life short.
It's funny. You talk about the wow factor and all that, and it's such a great comment. I looked at a house a couple weeks ago with Natalie, and of course, at the open house, there's multiple cash offers. Over asking. It's still in the market.
Still in the market. Hey, when purchasing a home, there are many things to consider, and this is a show that's going to sort of give you some information about that. Come and join us, 248-539-9797. We have open lines all morning long. Derek, you talk about it. Location, still very important factor, if not the most important. Your neighborhood, your schools. The list goes on and on. The right mortgage banker, getting approved and having the confidence to move forward. That's all really the most important stuff. And what we're seeing right now is those families that are going to step up and sell their existing home and move into the larger home or even if they're going to downsize, they need to have that confidence. And like you said, they're not willing to put their house on the market until they sort of find something they like. That's really what we're up against this spring.
Well, that's the vicious cycle that we're in right now, even more so than, it's been a quote-unquote seller's market for 5 years now. The issue that we have today is that the inventory that has been hitting the market, that's all kind of gobbled up, and now people that have moved up, for the most part, would you agree, have done that in the last handful of years?
I agree 100%, yes.
So, I think a big segment of the market that we're going to see going forward are the people we're the empty nesters. We want the first floor masters.
Right.
We don't need 3,500 square feet anymore.
Right.
And the challenge is finding a house for those folks. And I think it's going to become a bigger challenge.
So, Derek, that's what's going on right now. The boomers are moving on. They're empty nesters. Their kids are gone, grown up, have their own lives, and they're sitting there with this big house, the old McMansions of the 80s and 90s, right? So they're sitting with the big house, and it doesn't have the first floor master, so they want to move.
Yeah, and the millennials aren't going to buy those
now
homes.
The millennials are coming in. They don't want the big house.
Right.
They want a smarter house.
Right.
Okay, they want a smaller house that's smarter and it's got cool stuff in it. And I use that term because that's what's selling. That's what millennials want. So they would rather take a 2,700 square foot house instead of a 4,000 square foot house. So that's what you're going to see. Now, as the boomers start getting, it's an aging population, let's face it. So that's what you're going to have on the market. And you're starting to see that happen right now. And that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. And I don't want to say worse. I think it's going to become more of a challenge just because these folks can't find the stuff to buy to sell the house that they don't have a need for anymore.
Right. The houses, what people want for house-wise, it's really changed because when I was a kid, like 20 years ago, everybody wanted those huge houses, in Bloomfield Hills and
right.
5,000 square feet and all that. I don't say nobody wants that, but...
Well, so, Alex, I was with the Berkeley Chamber of Commerce the other night, and they had a lot of nice things to say about us and you, and we went to one of their events, Berkeley School System, and what's happening in Berkeley, Royal Oak, Ferndale, up and down what we call the Woodward Corridor is that infill building, okay? Houses are being torn down, and now houses on lots, now remember, they're 40, 50, maybe 55-foot frontage on the lots, and they're building anywhere from, say, 1,700 to 2,100 square feet homes, but they're in the neighborhoods where the schools right now along the Woodward Corridor are really, really good. The Berkeley school system, right? The Royal Oak schools. You're looking at areas, Birmingham, the infill building that's going on, and all you have to do is drive these neighborhoods, and you take a look at it. I drove in Plymouth the other day. Same thing around there. So now the older, more established, existing neighborhoods, people want to live there. They want to kind of live closer to walkable areas. There were so many strollers out in Berkeley and Royal Oak this past week. I just happened to drive through. People are out because the weather's good. When the weather turns,
I love we do the same things. We just drive around, look at houses.
Right. I sit around, I drive around, I look at neighborhoods. But if you go up and down and go into these neighborhoods, you're going to see these homes, they're being actually torn down and newer homes are being built.
Yeah.
And I was with people in Royal Oak last night, and I asked them, I said, on your street, what's going on? What's happening is their old houses are being torn down, new houses are being built. And that's because millennials want 2,100 square foot homes, 1,700 square foot homes. They don't want 3,000, 3,200 square foot homes anymore.
And it's just the upkeep on the yard, too. The exterior. There's so much upkeep that goes into those houses. My father, he's got, one of those houses in Bloomfield Hills, and he's just, it's just constant. There's just so much stuff that goes around, taking care of, of a half acre of property.
Right, and the property values in these neighborhoods are going up. They are, the infill building is making these property values go up, and people are paying for them right now.
Well, it's kind of like as we age as humans, our healthcare costs increase as a home ages. It's the same thing. And when people buy a house, you got to look at your mortgage payment, principal, interest, and taxes, but you also need to take into account, the deferred maintenance costs, the capital improvements, that kind of thing. And it's critical to do because if you buy a house and you use all your cash and then the roof goes. That's not a good situation.
I totally agree, man. It's like my house, like everything for me is 15 minutes. I'm 15 minutes from everywhere.
Right.
Perfect. I mean, I love it. I mean, it comes down to, the quality of life. Like I mentioned, the guy, a few houses down from me, building that awesome garage. He's not going to, like I said, he's going to get 30 cents on the dollar back.
Oh, whatever.
But it's going to be awesome.
He's going to enjoy it. All right, 248-539-9797. We have open lines. I'd love to hear from you. Again, you can call Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Always send us an email to mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. Get a real approval letter. Find out where you stand if you're going to go out there and make an offer on a house. You really got to have your ducks in a row because, as we continuously mention, this is going to be a little bit different year than last year. We do already see that the inventory's down, so the multiple bids are going to be out there, and you got to be prepared to make an offer and close on a house without the sale of your house in many occasions. So that's when families call us and they say, Derek, we need to be approved, Harvey. And I said, well, do you have a current house? The key is, can you qualify and close on a new property without the sale of that house? And if you do, then you got a little bit more potential to get that offer accepted. So tons to share with you. We're up against a quick break here. When we come back, all your calls, 248-539-9797.
Who doesn't want 3 times more? 3 times more whipped cream on your sundae? Keep it coming. Or 3 times more vacation days?
I could get used to this.
Well, WOW is now giving you 3 times the internet speed without 3 times the price. So triple down and get up to 100 megabits per second internet for $39.99 a month with a 2-year agreement. Visit Huawei.com today. Offer subject to change. Certain restrictions apply. Visit Huawei.com for service descriptions, terms, and conditions.
Message and data rates may apply.
Jealous that some people can sleep easily when you struggle? Tired of being tired all the time? Tired getting out of bed, tired at work, tired at home, and tired of trying to sleep so you won't be so tired anymore? Then try something new, something called Somnipure. Somnipure is a top-selling sleep aid from Peak Life that's flying off the shelves at CVS. Its unique formula helps regulate your circadian cycle so you stay asleep longer and wake up feeling refreshed. Better yet, we're offering everyone listening a complimentary bottle. For yours, just text the word FRESH to 369-369 now. Get your complimentary bottle by texting FRESH to 369-369. But don't sleep on it. Act now while we're still offering complimentary bottles. Text FRESH to 369-369. That's FRESH to 369-369. Somnipure helps you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling refreshed.
It's Macy's Super Saturday Sale. Buy 2 bras or panties from Bally, Maidenform, and more. Get 1 free during our Fit Matters event. Save 35 to 55% on select fine jewelry. Plus, get an extra 20 or 15% off with your Macy's card or savings pass. Hurry into Macy's Super Saturday Sale, going on now. Plus, Plenty members can earn points every day for savings at Macy's. Savings off regular and sale prices. Exclusions apply.
Tile meets style. Right now at the Home Depot. We have a vast selection of mosaic tiles. They start at just $4.99 each and offer infinite possibilities for updating your kitchen or bathroom. But don't stop there. Colorful mosaic tile can make a huge impact inside and out, from the front hallway to the back porch, even as an alternative to a traditional area rug. Reimagine your space with decorative mosaic tile, starting at just $4.99 each at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
This is Thad Zott.
And Jeff.
With Zott M59 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
And dealsinthed.com.
It's February and time for our President's Day sales event.
That's right, Thad, but everyone's sick of the politics. Let's talk payments.
Well, then show them the deals.
Right now during Ram Truck Month, you can lease a Ram Crew Cab 4x4 for just $149 a month.
$149 for a 2017 Ram?
That's right, and Zott has over 250 to choose.
Check it out at dealsinthed.com.
Get there!
See dealer for details.
Welcome to Staples.
Staples guy, I have my own business, so I wear lots of hats. Now I'm wearing my office manager hat because I need supplies.
Well, Staples has everything you need, like paper, ink and toner, the latest tech.
Now I'm putting on my CFO hat because I can't overspend.
Well, right now get a Dell laptop for just $299.99. That's $200 off.
All my hats and I would like to thank you.
They are welcome.
Staples, everything you need for business at great prices, like a Dell laptop with i3 core processor for just $299.99.
Valid on SKU 21483.
359. Ends 2/25/17.
Zio from TCF Bank is perfect for tax season because they know my money is my money, and they're all about letting me keep my money. As in, I don't have to pay some big old check cashing fee to get my tax refund check money. Only 1% with a $1 minimum. I can also get a prepaid card, so I don't have to spend a lot of my money to, well, spend my money. You know where I can use that card? At stores, restaurants, and ATMs. So this tax season, my money's on Zio from TCF Bank. So my money stays my money. Learn more at tcfbank.com. Member FDIC.
Did you know there's more than one Las Vegas? There's the Strip with families on vacation and questionable odds. Then there's downtown Vegas, the original gambling and entertainment mecca. That's where you'll find the D Las Vegas. Book your stay at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
The 44-year Sportsman's tradition continues. It's Outdoorama, February 23rd to the 26th at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi. Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by O'Reilly's. Tigers fall to the Orioles 2-0, getting just 4 hits. Michael Fulmer pitched 1 inning. He gave up 1 hit. Justin Verlander starts and will throw 2 innings today as the Tigers host Houston right here on 97.1 The Ticket at 105. Team owner Chris Ilitch met with the media before the game and said the team is not for sale. College basketball, Oakland U wins their 8th straight, 85-72 at Green Bay. U of D Mercy 81, Milwaukee 74. Meanwhile, Michigan basketball today at home against Purdue at 4 p.m. Hear it on AM 950 WWJ. College hockey, Ohio State doubles up Michigan 4-2. Penn State 4, Michigan State 2. Red Wings trade forward Thomas Yurko to the Blackhawks for a third-round draft pick. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com.
Talking sports, loud and clear, 24/7, 97.1 The Ticket.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. We're in our 17th season here on 97.1. I'd like to hear from you. 248-539-9797. Definitely have some calls to get to.
Hey, Harry, did somebody just ask you the question that, why do we talk about financing and home ownership in all of our segments?
It's on these ticket texts that we don't read.
Well, we're not supposed to say that. So I tried to set you up, but you still answer the question. So somebody ticket texts in, which we can't read, by the way, and says, hey, why do you guys always talk about home financing and home ownership? Well, because it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate and Business Show, so that's what we talk about.
That makes sense.
There was the answer to the question.
Was that a serious question? Did that text really come through?
It might be a serious question.
Yeah.
But I got a serious call on the line. Go to Marvin out in Melvindale. Hey, Marvin, welcome to our show. Good morning to you, sir.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Morning, sir. Marvin?
So I have a condo that I bought in 2007 and started out with a terrible mortgage and finally got it redone in a hard-type situation. But when they did it, they put me into a mortgage that's 40 years.
Okay.
The rate is not that bad, but I'm really not, I wanted to try and refinance. So I have a pretty good credit score, but they wouldn't do the refi because they said the house is not worth what I owe.
Okay.
Do I have any kind of recourse at all? Is there any...
Marvin, you're already on a 40-year amortization schedule, so the payment's not going to go anything but up. So if you want to pay the balance down quicker, then just make more of a payment.
Yeah, but I wanted to try and see if I could do like a shorter term.
Yeah, no, I wish you could.
It's a great way to go, man. So what's the balance in the condo right now, Marvin?
So the balance is about 140.
And what do you think the house is worth?
It's probably worth 100.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you're kind of stuck, man. I mean, unless I hate to say that, but I mean, you're not in a terrible spot right now. I mean, you're on a fixed product, so the rate's not going to go up on you. And if you want to, shorten the term, you really just have to make more of a payment every month.
Just pay more money on the principal.
Yeah, man. I mean, what I can do is I'll call you through the show. I'll run an amortization schedule for you. And I'll tell you what you have to pay, a little extra every month to get it down to a 15-year.
Well, then you can get a hold of the equity and really grab control of the condominium. It's a bummer. I mean, to buy a place, really, if we're in 2017 and you're still that far into the marketplace, I got to go back to when you bought the place. I don't know what due diligence was done at the beginning or what type of mortgage you got, but I'm sure, Marvin, you learned from that bad experience. And moving forward, as Alex said, he'll follow up with you and see if you can shorten the term by sending additional money towards principal. Decent call. Thank you, Marvin.
Thanks, guys.
All right, 248-539-9797.
Well, but see, Marvin's he's a smart guy because he knows what he's got right now. He knows exactly, but we also can help him because when you talk to a guy like that and you tell him, hey, listen, go to a 30-year, your payment's going to go up, but guess what? Now, like Alex said, objectively, hey, Marvin, shorten the term, guess what? Make a higher principal payment. Yeah, so that's good.
Well, the choice is out there, too. The HARP loans are going to expire this year. They're still active. A home affordable refinance program, that's what HARP stands for, is available for a lot of families out there that may be underwater. Now, it's not for everybody. You have to qualify. Your loan has to be basically bought by Fannie or Freddie Mac. There's an easy check that we can do for you, so be sure to call Capital Mortgage. 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 1-800-569-7283. The reasons why are because if you can't qualify for that program, then you would take a look at maybe doing a modification. And then most of those modifications do drive the term up to a 40-year. Look, that's not going to make you pay off the house and build equity. That's a really, just sort of a temporary fix on a mortgage. Anyways, we got some open lines and we have lots to share with you. Let's go to Derek out there. Actually, Derek from our office. Derek Brooks, not Mr. Bauer. Hey, Derek, you're out there at the Gibraltar Spring Home Improvement Show. How you doing?
Absolutely. We're doing great today. How you guys doing?
What's up, buddy? What's up, my man? Tell us what's going on out there. What do you got going out there today?
Oh, we got a lot of great vendors in today, including us, and we are out here talking about cash-out refis if people are trying to couple in with if they're looking for a new roof or a new basement, got to have money. And if there's money in the home, we'll help walk you through what we can do for you. We're talking about everything. We're answering all questions. If it's credit question or if people are looking to maybe even purchase a new home, second home, we're willing to help out in every way today.
All right, and there's a couple of great things. You can talk to two mortgage professionals. I know Chris is out there with you, Derek. And then also stop by Booth 20. It's at the Gibraltar Trade Center. We're giving away some Tiger tickets, so definitely throw your name in the fishbowl there and see if you can win some Tiger tickets for the upcoming season.
Tiger tickets given away?
Oh, yeah, man. We had the real
opening
Tiger.
Day or no?
And
no, we're not giving away opening day.
Derek, you did a home improvement show last week. Of course, it was 75 degrees and sunny or whatever it was here last week. But hopefully you get a little bit more traffic out there as families are starting to feel spring's right around the corner with all these new projects coming up.
Yeah, there's a lot of projects that can be done on your home. There's a lot of great vendors that I've talked to. I had a good chance to talk to them yesterday about things for my current home. And we're here at Capital Mortgage. We're going to be looking to see how we can help you guys out, get that money, get the financing, and put you guys in a better program. I know there's people here that just have general questions, and it's amazing the information that they did not have that we can give to them immediately.
All right, that's the Gibraltar Trade Center out there and North River Road in Mount Clemens. You're on the east side one, not the one downriver. And they're going to be out.
We're east side today.
East side today, okay. And then same thing next weekend, right?
Yep, same thing.
All right, Gibraltar Spring Home Improvement Show. Those are fun to go to. There's a lot of vendors out there, and you can really get a taste of what projects might cost you, and more importantly, stop by the Capital Mortgage booth and find out lots of different things about your mortgage and your home and things that we can help you get that project paid for. All right, thanks for the call, and we'll continue our calls here. 248-539-9797. We've got open lines, and I know Derek Bauer from Real Estate One. Derek, you brought some information in as people are starting to get their SCVs. I thought I saw one roll by our house recently.
Yeah, I think it's a timely topic. Mine actually arrived in the mail yesterday, so homeowners in Michigan should be getting your notice of assessment in the mail. It's a standardized state form, which is going to tell you what your taxable value is, your SEV, and what your taxes for 2017 are in relation to 2016. The good news is the inflation rate multiplier here in Michigan was just a little over 1%. So, our property values, by and large, are going up at a much more substantial clip than our taxes are. So you're benefiting from that if you've purchased a home in the last 5 years. Last year, you recall, they had some law changes, so I set up a website for your listeners. It's hardcoretaxrefund.com.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, go there. Well, there's a video and there's some forms and stuff there, and if you have any questions, get a hold of me. But basically,
are you in the video?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, good man. All right.
You're good in the video.
Yeah. Okay. So, but it's out there.
The camera adds 10 pounds.
It's yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Dude. Derek, I did not say that. Usually Harry says that. I did not say that.
That's fine.
That was Alex.
It's all good.
Give you that one, Alex.
But yeah. So go there if you have questions, and even if you want to call in here in the next 20 minutes, if you have questions, if you think that your tax assessment's out of line, whether it be today or in the future, get a hold of me. I'm happy to help walk you through it. But if you sold a home in the last 4.5 years that you purchased probably around between 2001 and 2006, I would say chances are decent that you probably are due a refund in state transfer tax, which that can be a couple grand-ish. So
Derek, if I have a friend of mine, now normally when you get your tax assessments, you're happy to see them because I would say that by and large, on average, the assessment is a little lower than the value of the property.
Or a lot lower.
Or a lot lower. A friend of mine calls me the other day, and he read me what his assessment was. Mm-hmm. His house happens to be on the market, and he's getting offers, and his house has been on the market for a very long time. His assessment actually came in $50,000 higher than what the market value is on his house. What do you suggest for that?
Great question. So in Michigan, we have board of reviews that meet at the municipalities, and most of them start in early to mid-March. That individual needs to contact their office, respective office in that municipality, get an appointment scheduled to get in front of the board of review. And, what we do for our clients is prepare the information for them to go in. Sometimes we even go in for them or with them. But that sounds like a potential case for appeal to get that reduced. Absolutely. So you don't need a full blown appraisal for that. Only if you go to the Michigan Tax Tribunal.
But what if he's going to move? What if his house ends up selling and he moves within the next 60 days? Is it worth it for him?
No.
Right. Correct.
Well, not necessarily. Yeah.
So, but he won't be due, and I want everybody to listen out there. But he's not going to be due any type of refund. Correct.
That's a completely separate issue.
Right.
Because I don't know when he bought it, and I don't know what the SEEV was when he bought it.
Right. So I just want to make sure. I'm trying to figure out what his options are. I want to give the people out there the accurate information, because remember, we try to disseminate between inaccurate and accurate information. So everybody out there listening, what Derek has proposed is that if your assessment has come in a little bit higher and you might have paid a little bit more in your property tax, there is an avenue that you could go down, but it's not an overnight thing. It's going to take some time.
Well, these are actually two separate topics. The state transfer tax, that's a tax you pay when you sell. So that's topic one. Topic two, what you're talking about is in regards to your current assessment and thus your taxes that are levied now and going forward.
Right.
Two separate but very important things. You need to have an expert looking at this stuff for you. If you even have a question, call us. That's what we're here for.
Doesn't cost anything.
We're not going to charge you to talk to you. So do it for sure.
Absolutely. All right, that music says we're just up against a short little break here. When we come back, we got tons of information to get to, and all of your calls 248-539-9797. Keep it here.
At Davenport University, students with military service receive all the support they need to transition to a successful career in business, technology, or healthcare.
As soon as I found Davenport, I found a home.
When it came to veterans, we wondered, what experience do they bring to us? How can we learn from them? And how can we honor their service?
A lot of us haven't been in academia for a while, and it's hard to understand that language. At Davenport, it is a lot easier to learn.
Davenport has been designated as one of the top military-friendly schools in the country.
They have a military lounge where the military can all just sit down and relax, free tutoring whenever you need it.
They have a CAT card reader. For us, it's a huge benefit.
A lot of our students are active duty. If they get called back, Davenport is happy to help them with anything that they need.
We not only appreciate your service, we can help you figure out what's next. Davenport, get where the world is going.
Veterans and their dependents are eligible for a 20% tuition discount. Call 855-DAVENPORT or visit davenport.edu. Classes begin March 6th.
America, it's time for some straight talk. You love your phone. Look at you. You hardly put it down. But you don't love that expensive wireless plan, do you? So what if I told you can keep that phone network and number 2 for half the cost? Well, this is me telling you. It's time to switch to Straight Talk, guys. Bring your own phone and get unlimited plans starting at just $45 a month on America's largest, most dependable 4G LTE networks. Straight Talk Wireless. Only at Walmart.
Savings may vary. A month equals 30 days. Please refer always to the latest terms and conditions of service at straighttalk.com.
Welcome to Staples.
Staples guy, I have my own business, so I wear lots of hats. Now I'm wearing my office manager hat because I need supplies.
Well, Staples has everything you need, like paper, ink and toner, the latest tech.
Now I'm putting on my CFO hat because I can't overspend.
Well, right now get a Dell laptop for just $299.99. That's $200 off.
All my hats, and I would like to thank you.
They are welcome.
Staples, everything you need for business at great prices, like a Dell laptop with i3 core processor for just $299.99.
Valid on SKU 21483559, ends 22517.
BDT Smoke Shop has been a leader in counterculture lifestyle for over 40 years. And while some people may still be stuck in the past, BDT's has the latest and greatest in smoking accessories and vaping technology. Today's counterculture may be different, but the core idea is still the same. After all these years, be yourself and enjoy life. Check out a BDT smoke shop in Hazel Park, Roseville, Utica, Oxford, and Chesterfield. BDT's, keeping Detroit rolling since 1973.
Hi, I'm Doug Manns with Manns Lumber and Millwork. Now's the time to line up your contractor to build that Trex deck you've always wanted. At Manns Lumber, we can help you with that. We have a list of certified Trex installers that'll be happy to give you a quote now, so you'll be first in line to get your new Trex deck installed this spring. Don't wait. Secure your Trex contractor now, and before you know it, your neighbors will all be jealous. Click on to manslumber.com and hire the best Trex contractors in Michigan. That's manslumber.com.
Every year, Valeni and Foster head to Vegas to kick off the basketball tournament at the D Las Vegas. This year, you can go too. 97.1 The Ticket has a limited number of VIP packages for sale at a price that really is madness. Non-stop round-trip airfare between Detroit and Las Vegas. 4 nights stay at the D Las Vegas. Limo transportation to and from the airport in Las Vegas. Plus VIP parties during the Valeni and Foster shows Thursday and Friday. All for just $730 per person. Hurry, we expect these trips to sell out fast. Call the ticket at 248-327-2900. 248-327-2900.
You can now watch Valenti and Foster live streaming video afternoons 2 to 6 at 971theticket.com.
Welcome back to the show. This is the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. Again, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's where you're going to save money on closing costs, get a great interest rate. How about this? Get your loan closed typically like in 30 days or less. Whatever we need to do to make you happy, that's what we do at Capital. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Really a lot of cool stuff's been going on. Yesterday, had a really fun closing over there at Attorney's Title. Lots of fun. Of course, it was a split closing with Title I. And, I'll tell you, there was a lot of happiness in the room, a lot of smiles, tears of joy through a client who met me literally 4 months ago. It took 30 days to fix his credit score up. He got back out there, made a whole bunch of offers, was starting to get discouraged. Yesterday could not have been the happiest guy. I mean, it was unbelievable. And it doesn't take a whole lot of money. And that's really my point in this conversation is there's a Mishta loans out there that we offer at Capital Mortgage. If you don't have a whole lot of money saved, that might be a program that works for your family. Lower income families out there, the state of Michigan State Housing and Development Authority, the Mishta program offers up to $7,500 for down payment assistance. It's a great program. Also, families out there with just maybe 3% down or very limited money, definitely give us a phone call. We'll show you how easy it is to become a homeowner. And last but not least, a salute to all the big three out there who are selling and building cars and keeping America moving in the right direction. Your hard work has earned you a lot of bonus money. And those bonus checks that are starting to roll in along with your tax refund, that might be enough to make you a homeowner. And I'll tell you, stop paying your landlord's mortgage, pay your own mortgage and build equity. You guys want to jump in on that? That was it, period. All right, let's go to Aaron.
Let's go to some calls, buddy.
Thanks, guys. All right, Aaron out there in Macomb Township. Hey, Aaron, thanks for joining us. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how much your screener told you.
Make it short and sweet.
No, why don't you tell us, brother?
All right. Well, so you got my mom's house. She passed away last year.
I'm sorry?
When she bought it in 2004, it was 2,600 square feet. Public records data has it at 3,300 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
So we agreed on a price with the buyer for $430,000. Now their assessment came back to 2,300 square feet. So then their bank is not going to authorize that amount of money anymore.
Well, what did the appraisal come in at? What did the number come in at?
The square footage is based on the appraisal, not public records.
Right. So 2,300. So it's 300 short now.
No, it's not. That's what it is. The appraisal came in at X.
Yeah,
that's
but
what it is.
Let me skip to the other part. What did the value come in at?
Well, the value is now $50,000 less than what they agreed.
Okay, what you're saying is you sold it for $430, and the appraisal came in at $380.
Right.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to get a copy of that appraisal, and I'm going to have our appraiser reviewer take a look at that for you. And we'll get to the bottom of what the actual square footage is. Now, it could very well be that the city has your square foot square footage at one number. The appraiser came in at another number. You thought it was a third number. So what you got to get is the accurate information. You want to get the real number. So,
hey, Aaron, when you were at the house and the appraiser came there, because you're the seller, and the guy walks in the door, did he measure the rooms?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't there, but
who was there? Who was there? Who was there?
You sold it through a realtor, correct?
Right.
Was the real estate agent there to go through the measure? Did he measure the rooms, or he just grabbed the city? There is a possibility that, and it happens in the world of appraisals, Harry, that the city has a different number than the measurement. It happens.
It does happen. That's why I want to take a look at the appraisal. But let me ask you this question: other homes in that neighborhood that are comparable, what's the square footage of those homes, and what have they been selling for?
This would be this house is on the higher side, the higher end probably.
Okay. When you say higher end, higher price end or higher square footage end?
Higher price, because there's 10 acres and the basement's fully finished and all that.
Okay. So there are other things that have to be taken into consideration. If you could send us the appraisal, we'd like to take a look at it.
Derek, what's up?
I guess my question then is, so when my mom bought it 10 years ago, she got ripped off then.
Well, Aaron,
not necessarily.
Aaron, I've got a question for you. Value is subjective. Measurements are not. Math is math. So does this property was there some addition that might not be heated, or there's got to be something funky where, some people are deeming it square footage and some people are not. So what's up with the property? I mean, what's in question? What's going on there?
Well, apparently it's just the square footage of the main level. I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is there a central or one agency that can give us an accurate number?
I mean, the proper way to measure a property is from the exterior. If you ever add up interior room measurements, you're never even going to sniff what the actual quote-unquote square footage of a structure is. So an appraiser should, they measure within that appraisal. You should see a diagram that specifically shows where they measured it and how they came up with their square footage. But you're talking about a substantial variance between when your mom bought it, it sounds like, and now that you're selling it. And that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of. Because, again, value is value. Three people are probably going to give you three different numbers, but they should all give you the same measurement of the house.
Well, also sometimes we see, too, Aaron, that they'll say that the appraisal, it also includes a basement or something like that. And, of course, that's not used on the appraisal. Why do you think, other than your mom telling you that the home was 3,300 square feet at one time or 32, who else, where'd that number come from?
Public records.
I don't know. Zillow has.
No, not Zillow.
Forget Zillow.
That's a business. You can buy their stock.
I don't know where these numbers came from. I just know.
No, but 3,200.
Yeah, send us that appraisal and I'll take a look at it. And it's kind of what I do. So
yeah, we do it all the time.
Yeah, send me that appraisal.
Hey, man, we'll give you lots of information, Aaron, and find out, some really factual stuff that'll help you guys negotiate this. Again, if the seller's still interested in purchasing the property, I think there's a deal there, and that's the key is, are you guys going to be able to make a deal, compromise, and sort of meet in the middle? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, see, now, what I'm thinking now is, and I guess it's another question, so I'm just at the mercy of the buyer's bank, because they agreed at 430, but now when their bank comes back and says no, it's only
it doesn't matter.
They didn't agree at 430.
Aaron, what if they agreed it for $1 million?
Aaron, they didn't agree at 430. What they agreed to was getting the appraisal done, and now the appraiser is coming up with a 380 number, so they're going to base the financing off 380, not 430.
Yeah, they could still spend the difference. They can still buy the house for the difference or pay above what the appraiser came in for. So I think there's a lot of negotiation that needs to be done.
Yeah. So I'm just curious, how did the value of the property, the house, everything go down so much?
Well, that's why I want to take a look at the appraisal. I need to see that. To answer that question for you properly, I need to look at that appraisal.
Aaron, where did it go down from? What do you mean it went down? What do you mean?
Oh, the purchase
from when my mom bought it. From
10 years ago?
Yeah.
What did she pay for it 10 years ago? What was what did you buy?
$470.
$470?
Wow. I think she spent a lot of money on vacant land.
Then she spent $30,000 or $40,000 on a waterfall.
Well, but that's quality of life. The $40,000 is it's a moot point, man. I mean, it's something that she's wanting to do to the house.
That. So, cancel the waterfall. How to drop $100,000?
Kind of a loaded question, bud. We would really need to peel back the layers on this one. Which I wish we could do on the air, but we can't. So, we're happy to help you if you can get us the data.
So I'll just forward you the appraisal.
Yeah, we'll call you after the show here and get some information over to you so you can send us the appraisal. We'd love to look at it. And again, we can even have some appraisal people that we know take a look and see what's going on in the neighborhoods. It's hard to put a number on vacant land. Potentially that vacant land had too high of a number on it when she bought it 10 years ago. And again, vacant land is just not worth a whole lot of money. In certain areas it is, but potentially it's not right there.
I got to look at it.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for the call.
Give me like 20 minutes. I'll call you for the show.
I want it.
Thanks.
Thanks, buddy. Bye.
A couple things to throw out there before the show ends. If you're an owner of a company out there, you work for a company affiliated with an organization or an association, Capital Mortgage Fund would like to introduce our Capital Affinity Program. It's actually unbelievable. It's for any organization out there. It's a benefit package. It's a core benefit that costs you nothing to give to all of your people in your organization, association, your workers. It's a great opportunity. Please call Bobby Efros at our office at Capital Mortgage Funding. He's our business development guy. This is a great program for anyone out there, small business owner, up to hundreds and thousands of people. It's a free benefit for you. Be sure to call Capital Mortgage, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. We got lots of stuff to go over today and just not a lot of time. Again, if you're thinking about purchasing your house, be sure to call us at the office to get that approval letter. Now, it's just not any pre-approval letter.
That was quick.
Make sure you get a real approval letter. That is the end of the show. That was really fast. I'll tell you what, we're going to say our goodbyes then. Alex Nafusi, thank you very much.
Yeah, by the way, you can email us at mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com.
All right, for Harry Glanz out
Thanks,
there.
everybody. Appreciate you guys.
All right, we'll say a quick salute to all the Wall Lake and high school sporting teams out there. Derek Bauer, thanks for coming in
buddy.
for Real Estate One. We'll get you back on again, Derek.
Appreciate it, guys.
Hey, we got Pat Caputo coming up with sports. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. We'll see you next Saturday.
The preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
We have Dr. Berkowitz from Michigan Hair Restoration in the studio with us today. Dr. B, you and your team are considered Michigan's hair loss experts. What's your secret?
There is so much more to our procedure than just putting hair where you're losing it. We want to give you the volume, the style, the confidence you've always wanted. We use the most cutting-edge technology in the industry, but I consider hair restoration an art. Really?
An art. That's interesting. I look at your hair and it just looks so natural.
And that's the key. We've perfected our technique to give you a natural, full head of hair that's never been possible before. There's no stitches or staples, no linear scar, and the transplanted hair is genetically programmed to grow. Cut it, style it, show it off.
Guys, get your hair and your confidence back. One call to Dr. Berkowitz and Michigan Hair Restoration can change your life. He has a brand new location in West Bloomfield at Maple and Orchard Lake Roads. Just call 844-WANT-HAIR or visit drbforhair.com for 0% financing and guaranteed results. That's DRB, the number 4, hair.com.
The Jeep brand believes that our presidents